Hey everyone, welcome back. Today I'm going to be sharing with you a very simple recipe for macaroni salad. It is absolutely out of this world. It is quick and it's easy and it's going to be perfect for your 4th of July cookout. This is some diced celery and onions that I bought at the grocery store. I always have onions on hand, but I don't always have celery. And you know what? We might be using this. I can't get it open. I don't really like to buy celery too often unless I am making like a big old thing of potato salad or macaroni salad. Because I'm not a big fan of celery unless it is in, you know, something like that. I like to eat it raw with a little bit of peanut butter on it, but other than that, or if I'm like making a relish tray or what have you. Look at that. I can't even get that open. Now, how embarrassing is that? I must be getting it somewhere because I can smell the onions. Look at that. Here I was struggling. I was on the struggle bus. But like I said, I like to buy these if I am, there's a couple not so good pieces in there. If I know I'm not going to be using a lot of celery, you know, because I don't use a lot of it. I don't use a lot of it. I'm going to dump a little bit of this out and I'm just going to cut some of it up. That's probably actually, honestly, they're going to be enough. It is already cut, but I like mine to be a little bit smaller when I'm making it for my macaroni salad or my potato salad. And by the way, this recipe is very similar to my potato salad. It is so good, so good. I remember when my mom used to make this. I just absolutely loved it. Get this chopped up. Right now I've got a pot of water coming to a boil on the back of the stove. And I'm going to be using some elbow macaroni for this. Feel free to use any type of pasta you would like to use, but we always just use the elbow macaroni when we made macaroni salad, hence the word macaroni salad. We're also going to be using, ooh, hot, a couple hard-boiled eggs here. I'm just going to peel up a rock here in the pan. I ran them through some nice cold water, and I want you to look at these eggs with me. Because what I done, that's my water boiling in the background, is I put them in the water, I put them on the stove, I brought them to a boil, I turned them off, and then I put a lid slash plate on top of them as a lid. I don't have a lid for this pan. This pan is really, you know, jinky looking, but I'll tell you, it's one of my favorite little pots to use. And anyway, I put the lid on them. And then I took them off the heat, brought them to a boil, put the lid on them, took them off the heat, and let them sit for 20 minutes. And that makes for a perfect boiled egg. Perfect boiled egg. So I'm going to get these peeled. We're also going to be using some mayonnaise. I find it easier to peel them if you keep your water right there. Just dunk them down in there. But we're going to use some mayonnaise, a little bit of mustard. I might use just a tiny, tiny splash of vinegar. My macaroni, of course, my eggs, my celery. And then we're also going to use a little bit of sweet relish. If you want to use dill and make it a dill macaroni salad, you know, that's perfectly fine. I've made dill potato salad many times. I want you to look at that. I'm just tearing this egg all to pieces. Water is boiling, and the macaroni goes. That is almost 2 cups. Ooh, sorry about that, guys. Almost 2 cups of macaroni. Actually, it is 2 cups. It's maybe 1 noodle short of being 2 cups. I'm just going to bring this back up to a boil. I'm going to stir it to make sure that it doesn't stick on the bottom. I'm going to add in a generous amount of salt. You know what they say, this is the only chance you get to season your pasta when it's boiling. Give it a stir, and I'm going to let this cook until it is done. I'm not cooking it till it's al dente. I'm cooking it until it is completely done, which should take anywhere from 9 to 11 minutes. So I'm going to start checking it at 9. And then we're going to, I'm going to turn it down before I end up with a mess. And then we're going to drain it, and we're going to rinse it in cold water. Rinsing it in cold water is extremely important because you want to stop the cooking process. Then you want to be able to build your macaroni salad. Now, this is so easy to make that you can, you know, entertain yourself with an adult beverage while you're waiting on the macaroni to boil. It's about as adult as I'm getting today. Ah, it's refreshing. Speaking of some adult beverages, let me tell you something. My son was over this weekend. Actually, both of them were, and he made some Bloody Marys, and I'm telling you what. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. I dared him to make them again. They were absolutely the best Bloody Mary I have ever tasted in my life. It was absolutely phenomenal. Now, yes, it had alcohol in it, and it had a lot of alcohol in it, and it was so good. And some of the ingredients that he put in that is just like mind-boggling. I couldn't believe it when he told me what he put in it, but I'm telling you what, it was like lip-smacking good. I need to order some like cocktail glasses or what have you, drinking glasses off of Amazon, because I don't really have any here. But I plan on doing a couple videos of, you know, doing some adult beverages, and I'm definitely gonna have him share that recipe with you. It is amazing, especially if you like Bloody Marys. I love Bloody Marys. My pasta is drained, and then I rinsed it in cold water, and it did cook for actually 11 minutes exactly. I wanted to make sure that it was nice and done as I'm trying to open my mayonnaise over here. Opening my mayonnaise. All right. Now what you're gonna do is all you're gonna do is add everything into it. Everything into it. That's it. And we're gonna start off with our boiled eggs. They're nice and cool. So I kind of just give them a nice rough chop and then just start putting them in. They do break up as you stir it, so you really don't have to, you know, go too little with them, unless you want to, of course. Oh, look, I gotta show you. Remember I told you the trick about making the perfect boiled eggs? Look at this egg yolk. Let's get in there. Look at that. Perfect. Nice and soft. And you don't have that green, you know, that green ugly color. Just cut those up. I'm not going to put that fourth one in yet. I'm going to wait and see if I need it. I'm kind of hoping I don't, because I haven't had any breakfast this morning, so I'm kind of ready for, you know, a boiled egg. I love boiled eggs. And again, we're just going to eyeball this. We're not going to use all of it. I'm going to get stirred together, and then I'll make my, I'll decide if I need to add any more than that. Just kind of like looking at it. I think I will, so I'm going to add a little bit more. And look at that. 2 cups of pasta makes, you know, a good amount of salad there. I love this stuff. I love this stuff. My mom used to make this. Love it. I'm going to add probably about a teaspoon and a half of mustard. And again, I'm using the sweet relish. I'm going to add maybe a couple heaping teaspoons of that. I'm the one who likes to just kind of start throwing it in there and then taste it as I go, just to see, or eyeballing it to see what I think that I need. So that's why it's so hard for me to give you guys, you know, actual measurements for recipes. Now I am going to go heavy on the mayonnaise because I like it nice and creamy. That was probably about a half a cup, maybe a little bit over. Just stir that together. So so good. Love this stuff. Love it. Before I get it all mixed around, this is one of my favorite salts to use, like a potato salad and potato soup. And I also love to use this in my macaroni salad. It has so many wonderful seasonings in it. This is a must-have, especially if you really like your macaroni salad, potato soup, all that stuff to stand out. It's coming out very slow, guys. Very little hole. And I always like to add just a little bit of celery salt. I prefer the seed, but I don't have that, so I gotta use what I have on hand. That's probably about maybe less than half of a teaspoon. Stir it around. And I'm gonna add some black pepper. Love black pepper, guys. And just a tiny, I'm talking tiny splash of vinegar. Ooh. Lord, help us all. Did you see that? Look how nice and creamy that is. And I am going to go in with my other egg. Dang it, I wanted this thing too. Let me give it a quick bite. That's it. Let me give it another quick taste. Just to make sure. Now, if you've made potato salad before, you know that it is so much better the next day. So you have to make this. I think my personal preference is the day before. That gives all the ingredients time to marry and make it absolutely amazing. Just like I do my potato salad. You know what? I'm gonna give this one more taste. Because I just have to make sure. I have to make sure. I have to make sure that, I'm telling you guys right? Yep. I told you right. Now I guess there's really no reason for me to do a trial of this since I've, literally eaten half the bowl. I hope you like this recipe. I hope you have an amazing 4th of July. You know I love you guys so very much, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye. Take care.